In this well-connected world, news comes in from all corners. The inflow of information is so vast that one has to go through an extensive phase of research to verify the news. But let's be honest, not everybody does that, making way for fake news to spread like a wildfire.
The fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake. Fake. They have to leave that word.
Long before fake news had a name, BBC was a master of fake news. In fact, fake news of the most dangerous, the most vicious consequences, casting nations, not just individuals, into direct calamities.
Fake news is used and referenced for many reasons: to destabilise, to create doubt in the mainstream media. But in Eastern Europe, it's always been about the money.
BBC had a harmful role as a propaganda machine of British imperialism around the globe, as well as enabling and facilitating the CIA and MI6 coup of 1953 in Iran in particular, by doing precisely what it now goes around finding other nations doing: indulging in fake news and propaganda. In a piece written by David Boyle about the characters like Noel Francis Newsom, who as the director of European broadcast led what is still the biggest broadcasting operation ever mounted in 25 different languages for a total of just over 25 hours a day across 3 wavelengths.
I'm second generation British. My parents originally came to the UK in 1959.
Soy británico de segunda generación.
我英语之外什么都不会说。
बेताबी से देखना चाहता हूँ कि ये कैसे काम करेगा.
Incredible actually, and unsettling, because I know I can't do that.
Such pieces of truth are sources of embarrassment for BBC today.
The footage is broken down into data, with neural networks tracking his lip movements as well as those of voice actors who are speaking the same words, in this case in Hindi, Mandarin and Spanish.
In this piece by Boyle, we learned it was Newsom and Ritchie, his deputy, who really created the myth of the BBC by using news as a weapon. What the British and the BBC did in Iran against Mossadegh was perfectly in tune with their larger wartime and post-war propaganda machinery. The role of BBC in vilifying and demonizing the character of Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh is not even the issue. The issue is more direct role that the BBC Persian has played in that fateful event. The issue of BBC role in other countries' politics has become so prevalent that the scholars has conducted thorough research on the veracity of the matter and published meticulously documented books on the subject. We have seen various big news agencies trying to sell a biased rhetoric. Recently, BBC made claims that the sitting government of Pakistan is a puppet government that is harmful for the democratic structure of the country. They stated that the Pakistan Democratic Movement, which comprises of all the opposition parties, has been protesting all over Pakistan to remove the sitting government to restore the democratic structure of this country. The article written by Ilyas Khan, who is popular for being anti-government, anti-establishment and anti-army, tried to set the record straight by making non-factual statements about the government. The article revolved around the accusations of Pakistan Army being involved in the previous elections, resulting in PTI win. The article also stated that the independent sources have labeled 2018 elections as the dirtiest in Pakistan history. Who has been checking the credibility of these independent sources? And why haven't the readers been given an account of the research that went behind rechecking this fact? BBC has completely disregarded the researched facts put forward by the Free and Fair Election Network. They asserted that the 2018 elections had far less irregularities as compared to the 2013 elections. The story also completely discards the fact that the ruling party also led the pre-election service. Another fact that needs to be kept in mind is that the article supports a movement led by a person who has been named in the Panama Papers, giving a detailed account of his corruption. Looking at another angle, BBC has a history of using news as a tool for propaganda and creating unrest. The holier than thou attitude of the US and UK official media BBC in this particular case could use a bit of the historical memory. BBC is an organization that aims at targeting the political structure of a country to mold results in a way that would benefit the BBC entities. It is just one click away from the next fusion of the fact and fantasy.